Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. We've got people coming in already. Hi, Janet from Valley Forge. Hi, Pamela from South Florida. The weather is so amazing lately. I hope you guys are all having great weather too. We are finally here in ish because it's also kind of like warm, cold. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. It's perfect crochet weather. This is what we want to be doing. Let me go over here and jump on to Instagram so we can see people there. Hi, Karen. Great to have you. And Cara, right? I got that right? Cara, right? Yeah, okay. Hi. And hi from Washington State. Your name is not showing up. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Hi on Instagram. It's so happy to have you. We're so happy to have you all here. We've got some wonderful guests today because we've got an exciting new crochet along event happening. And this is our favorite time to be able to share about these events with you. And yeah, but before we do that, I just want to throw out there, we do have Curio. It's always backwards, not this way. We do have Curio on sale right now for 20% off. So you can get the number 3 or the number 10 weight. This top here is done in Curio. This is from our Solstice collection. Originally it's a dress, but we cut it off here. If you didn't see last week, we cut it off at 1, 2, 3, 4.5 of the diamond shaped from the dress or the skirt part to make a really cute peplum top that we love, love, love. So you can get your Curio 20% off right now for the next couple of weeks or days or wherever we are in the month. I don't know. Okay. We're going to bring our guest in. We're missing one guest. I don't know what happened to her. Hopefully, okay. She said she was trying to do something and it blocked her stuff. So she's going to try to come back in. Hopefully this is working. I don't know, but we'll start with our other 2 guests and get chatting. First, we have Michelle from MJ's Off the Hook. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And we also have Hannah from Hand Jan Crochet. Okay, so we're also supposed to have Briana, but for some reason she keeps joining in and it says her devices are not connected. I have no idea if she can hear us right now or not. Hopefully she'll send us a message or something. I don't know what happened. Hopefully she can reconnect and join us. But for now, we're going to get started. We're going to talk about it. We've got a lot to talk about. And as soon as Briana gets in here, we will join her in. I promise, promise, promise. Good morning, hello, good afternoon, depending on where you are. I know Hannah's way far ahead of us, so good evening to you over in the UK. But we're here today because these wonderful ladies have a brand new crochet along that is just launching and getting started. And if you couldn't tell by the little teaser we put in there, you guys are cordially invited to come and join the season's crochet along. So we're here to chat all about it, what's included and what's going on. Please ask your questions in the chat, either here on Facebook and YouTube or over on Instagram, and we will be sure to answer those questions. Now, before we jump in, I do want to just throw out there, we're going to throw a link in the chat if you're on Facebook or YouTube, so you'll be able to go and get all the information you need. If you're on Instagram, you're going to want to head over to Briana K Designs, and the reel that is up for today, you'll see you can just comment the word CAL for Cal, and that's how you'll get all the information. So they've set it up that there's multiple ways for you to grab this information. But again, if you have questions along the way, please ask. We're here to answer them all. Okay. So I'm not even going to have you guys introduce yourself. You've been here so many times. And if people don't know, I think they're living under a rock. No, just kidding. But let's talk about this crochet along and the fact that it's launching. Let's tell us about the yarn that's being used. Well, actually, let's start with when it actually starts and how they can get involved in it.
So we started today officially, didn't we?
Yes.
We are live. Everything is live. We've got we always do 6 patterns that we between us. So there's the 3 of us and we do 2 designs each. And a week ago, we launched the whole VIP collection so people could buy ahead of time if they wanted to. But today, officially, the crochet along begins. And we're using amazing comfy, which we all absolutely love in all the weight, apart from the heavy weight, the bulky weight. We didn't include that, but we've used fingering, sport, and worsted. So whatever you're a fan of, there is something here for you.
Yeah, we love it so much. And as you can see, Michelle is wearing one of her designs. Hannah is wearing one of her designs. And if we can get Briana in here, she's also wearing one of her designs. We saw her for a little bit. But these are the wonderful patterns that are in this collection. And so, yes, they use some different weights of yarn. And we're going to give you a little secret that if you sign up for the event, you get a coupon code that you can use to go purchase the yarn for the event. So whether you get the free or the free version or the VIP, you'll get the coupon code. So it is worth it to join and have some fun. So let's tell them a little bit about that. So you have the free version and you have the VIP version. So how is the free version working for people?
So the free versions are on our blogs. So if you go to each of our blogs, you will find we've only released, as of today, the garments. And tomorrow, Hannah, I think we're going to be releasing, we were going to say Friday, but I think we're just going to get them out there tomorrow on our blog. So the accessory patterns will also be available. So I have a hat, Hannah has her tie, and Briana has her bag. So they can go to each of our blogs and view those patterns for free there. And also they are on our YouTube channels as well. So step-by-step video tutorials to go along with those patterns.
So we love that because it is so accessible to everybody. Anybody has the chance to join in. But there is a lot that comes extra with that VIP package. So can you tell us a little bit about the VIP package, the pricing on that? If it's, an early bird pricing, or did we miss that already? I'm not sure. But let us know a little bit about that VIP package and what they're going to be able to get from that.
So we always pack so much in, don't we? Every time we're like, oh, what else can we add? What else can we add? Because we know for these events, people want the community, the crochet along. We want everyone to join in with that, but we also want to give people resources as well that they can take forward with them. So the VIP package includes all 6 designs, so 3 fully graded garments with the video tutorials, etc., beautifully formatted in PDFs, and then the 3 accessories. Then we have a fit guide, perfect fit guide that Michelle has, which is a PDF to teach you how to measure yourself, how to make the right size for yourself, all that kind of stuff. Then there's a luxury yarn guide and a using fine, because we're using fingering weight, which we're a bit worried about because lots of people seem to have an aversion to fingering weight yarn. So we have a guide in there about doing that as well. And then we have some really cool fun stuff. We have row counters. We have a Bridgerton theme going with this thing. So we've got some Bridgerton bingo, because I don't know if anyone else is a fan, but all of us are, aren't we? And we're ready for the new part to come out tomorrow. So we figured people might want to crochet along with that. And there's other bits and pieces in there too. There's lots and lots of bonuses and extras. And it's less than half price. And that's the set price throughout the whole event. So it's $35 for the entire collection, which is more than 50% off. Sorry.
I love it. Before we go on, I'm going to throw in Briana here. She finally made it in. Sorry, Briana.
It crashed my computer. I jumped to my phone. It's still crashed. I'm like, we're just going to leave that for later.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'm here.
Yeah, and so I love the whole Bridgerton theme and everything. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm still on season 1. I'm starting season 2. I just finished season 1.
So lucky.
So yeah, and I'm not very good about everybody's like, oh, just binge it in one day, and I'm kind of like, no, I'm kind of enjoying this like a slow watch because I know it's coming to an end already, and everything else. So I think this is so much fun with the theme. I mean, we had a lot of fun getting to see all the emails and things that you guys have been putting out about it with the theme and everything. And again, that's a great call out. If you're not already, go sign up for each one of these ladies' email newsletters, because that is going to be the way you find out things first. Like, yes, you'll find them on Instagram. Yes, you'll find them on Facebook. Still sign up and follow there. But email is going to really be that key that you're always going to know what's going on. So go sign up there and you'll be in the know all the time. So Yeah, so we talked about the collection, about being the free version, the paid version. So really great options for you to be able to go and check out. There's the video tutorials to go with them. There's a coupon code to buy your yarn. You're getting 6 patterns here and a bunch of other bonuses that kind of go along with it. And so maybe now we could take a little bit of time to talk about each one of your kind of projects that you're wearing and which yarn you decided to use for these projects.
Yeah.
So I don't know who wants to start.
You go, Briana.
Oh, okay. I just got here. So this is the Regency cardigan. It has a really fun stitch repeat, almost like little cute triangles. Great for summer, especially, even if you live somewhere hot, especially in Florida. I still love this because if I go into Target, they're going to freeze me out. I need to have something with me, but I don't want something too heavy. And the Comfy line, we use them for all the designs. This is the Comfy Sport. It's nice because it works up really quick, but it's not as heavy as, say, a worsted would be. But I did use a worsted for these bags, and this is part of it. And this is really fun because if you can crochet a rectangle, you can make this bag. So it's just a simple rectangle. You can add your own striping to it because you're just going back and forth in rows. So it's really easy to do color changes. But the way you fold the rectangle and just do 2 small seams, you have an awesome bag. And then I also have a video tutorial to go over how to make this braided handle, which I'm in love with. And
Yes,
this all
it's
Comfy worsted.
beautiful. I love the handle that you put on there and the fact that like you can make it yourself because yeah, the pre-made handles like in the leather or the wood are all great and they do kind of help elevate a project. But at the same time, then you have to find the right handle or whatever you want to go with it. So I love that idea of being able to make it. And if you haven't already, I think it was Instagram where I saw it, you had like a little video that's like, take this rectangle. Let me show you how to turn it into a bag. Guys, it's so easy. I was like, no, you're not. And here she goes, flipping the 2 sides and steaming it up. And I was just like,
It's
well,
just like
there
a
you
quick
go.
origami. It's just
Yeah. Yeah. I love it so much. Yeah, Angela's saying here too, the bag has a really smart construction. It is great. You're going to be making one for everybody on your holiday list this year. You can stuff it with all kinds of things because it's going to be great.
And I want to
we love
mention
it.
the bag is just a 1-to-3 ratio. So whatever size you want to make it, you're gonna do your width of the bag and then you're gonna make the height until it's a 1-to-3 ratio. So if you have that new comfy bulky yarn and you'd rather work it out quicker in the bulky, you definitely can.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. Awesome. Okay, Michelle, you're up. What
Okay.
yarn did you use and tell us about your projects?
Okay, so I'll talk about the top first, and I use the fingering weight, which I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the fingering weight yarn. The sweater is nice and light. This one has, there's a hood option. So you can add a little hood to it. Really, really easy. And whether you make it long sleeve, short sleeve, you can add the hood or omit the hood. You have the option. It's all top down, worked in V stitches. So even though we're working with this fingering weight yarn, the pattern is really quick. It works up really fast because you're doing double crochets and chain stitches. That's it. So really simple. It's seamless, all worked in one piece, which everybody loves. And I'm going to show you here the short sleeve version. So, I mean, and you could go anywhere in between. I've shown you how to do some decreases, long sleeves, but I've also made it with the short sleeves, but you could even do 3/4 if you wanted, really whatever suits your fancy. So this is my one design. And then I also did hats. So we all tried to pick a different accessory to kind of give everyone a broad range of things that is going to, I don't know, suit everybody. And you have lots of different types of patterns. So the hat is in the worsted weight, but I've doubled it. So it's more like a super bulky, but it gives the brim that stability and shape that's nice. And it is a nice, simple granny stitch pattern. Like the bucket hats are so popular. And so I really wanted to pull out a bucket hat for the season. And their sizes baby all the way up to adult. So everyone in the family, here's a cute little pink one I did with a little tie.
That's so sweet.
Little one's head. So yeah, this has a range of sizes for the whole family, and they would be unisex as well. So for boys and girls.
Yeah, and it's a really great option too for this time of year when you do want just a little something to keep the sun off of your face and everything else. But you don't want like a full hat because then your head's going to get really hot. So that has that nice airflow to it with that stitch pattern, and the cotton is really great.
And it works up so fast because it's doubled up. It just, you can whip a few up probably in a night, no problem. It's a really fast, easy project.
There is a comment here from Kari over on Instagram saying, love the size inclusive that all you ladies provide. And yeah, it's something you're going to find with all three of these wonderful designers. You're going to be able to find sizes that fit a wide range, even on patterns that are oversized. You're still going to find that nice range that you're going to be able to get what you want from these three ladies. They really think about that and consider how it's going to fit at different sizes, which is amazing.
Which, really quick, Michelle also included a guide, right?
Yes.
I remember, that can help you determine, what you want to do, because like a lot of times when you look at a pattern, you can be really quick to be like, okay, I know I'm a size medium, so I'm going to make a size medium. However, we've included so much more information to say, is that the correct size for you, or is that the look that you're looking for? Because a lot of these garments, if you want it to be like, I'm wearing this one in a size medium and I made another in a size small, and you can see the difference. It looks like a totally different cardigan in a different size on me. So it's important to follow that guide that we have in there that Michelle, it's amazing. Michelle put it together. It has so much information in there that will make sure that you love the garment. Because if you're going to spend time on it, you want to wear it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And, I think that's one of the things that people forget too, is when you go into a store, you can easily pick off, this is my size. I know this is my size. I always wear this. But you forget too that sometimes when you put that size on, you're like, oh, the way this fits is too big. I need to go down a size, or the way this fits is too tight. I need to go up a size. And you still have to think about that when you're making your own garments, because the designer has made it to fit one way, but that might not be the way you like it to fit. So I love that you give that information with it too.
Yes.
I had Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches made the top, and she did a fabulous job. She's just starting to post. She posted in the community groups. If you want to go over to my Facebook community and check that out. But she went with the short sleeve, but she lengthened the sleeves a little bit. So her sleeves came more here. And this is what's great with the top down. You can easily customize these little tweaks to make it how you want. So she added the hood to her version and she made it a little bit longer. And again, because you're going top down, you can make it the length that you're comfortable with. I went a little bit shorter with mine, but add as much length as you want. You could even make it a dress if you wanted. Like,
I was gonna say that. I would love that in a dress.
You can just keep going. So yes, it was so great that Jennifer tested it for me and showed it in the plus size, and just those little tweaks she made for her comfort level was great. And she said she loved it. It made her feel so beautiful. So I love hearing feedback like that. And I think that is one thing you're going to love with the fingering weight is it's so light and very flattering to wear when you choose a lighter weight yarn. So don't feel intimidated by it. I hope this pattern really encourages people to maybe branch out if they've never used fingering and tried it, because it really, I feel like when I make something like this, I want to do everything in fingering weight because I just love how it wears and feels when you're in a
it drapes beautifully. I know people sometimes get afraid of lighter weight yarns, especially when you're crocheting, but let me tell you, it makes a world of difference in the garment that you get at the end and the flow and the drape that you're able to achieve from it. Before we get to Hannah's project, I just want to call this one out. We got the question, so will you be showing us how to customize a pattern? And I just want to address it, that it's not like a video tutorial showing how. It's a guidebook that like you can read through. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, but we all tend to, inside of our patterns, we'll put tips and like, hey, at this spot right here, if you want to make this longer or shorter, this is where you do it. And then we all have video tutorials along with our written pattern, and those are really useful too, because I know in a lot of mine, like, when the garment's sitting in front of you and you're making it, I can't help to jabber on about, Also, if you wanted to, right now.
I'm the same. And when I'm filming stuff, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this on the next version. I suddenly think of something that I can do with it as well. So yeah, there's loads of information in the video tutorials.
Yes.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, Hannah, tell us about your creation.
So I'm going to hold up my garment because we over here in the UK, we have not got the memo yet that it is summer. So it's just too cold to be wearing a crop top, I'm afraid. But also I was thinking, actually, this is quite useful because you can see the construction and like, it really doesn't look, it doesn't look like anything really until you put it on. The whole point of this design is that it fits snugly to your body. And it literally is 2 rectangles. It's 2 rectangles, and then we have a band underneath that sits under your bust. And this is where you can customize this. You can make your neckline at the front and the back, however high or low that you would like it to be. Because I've had a few people saying, oh my gosh, I would never wear anything that low. That's cool. Just seam a bit more of it up. No problem at all. And then the underbust band, you can, if you are fuller busted and then you have a smaller waist, you can just slip stitch into more and make that tighter. And then when it comes to, if you want, this is the top version. If you wanted to then add the skirt to it, you can make it knee length, you can make it maxi length, you can make it any length you like. And you can also then adjust the size of your hips. So every single part of the garment is adjustable because we're doing it in the 3 sections.
Yeah. And I love it too, because you have the top, you have the skirt, but you also have the dress. And so you really compare it together. Again, if you've been following Hannah on Instagram, you'll see she's done a bunch of reels where it's just the skirt, it's just the dress, it's just the top. And I mean, the ways that you've been putting it together are just absolutely like eye-opening, of one garment paired with like a different shirt. Like, speaking of the skirt, you had it once with like a tank top on underneath it that was like more tighter fitting. And then you had one that was like more blousier, and just changing your top changed the way the skirt looked dramatically and like what you would want to wear it to. So I think that's so fabulous that we can do that with our own crocheted garments that we're making.
Because I think people shy away from doing that with things that they make. They're like, well, this is how it's made. This is what I'm wearing. You know, this is my outfit. Whereas if you had something else if you had a jacket and you'd wear it with all sorts of things, wouldn't you? Why don't we do that with our crochet? We should style it, shouldn't we? We should make a whole outfit from it. I
need somebody who's going to do that for me. Take all my crochet garments and please style them into different outfits so I know exactly how to wear them.
I spent so many hours doing those videos and pictures and stuff. And my husband was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing more, Hannah? I was like, I've just had another idea of how I could wear it.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, dear. But I'm quite famous on so they're all taken in front of my front doorway, and neighbours very regularly walk past with their dogs and stuff, and they're like, oh, hi, Hannah. I'm there with a ring light and everything. I'm like, oh.
Now they know what's going on.
They're like, what? So yeah, and then my next design is, well, it can be literally whatever you want it to be. You can make it in the fingering weight, the sport weight, or the worsted weight. So and the pattern includes, graded versions for all. And so it can be a headband. So I've done it with the lace stitch that matches the dress here in the middle section, and you can have tapered ends that can then tie underneath or on top of your head. You could wear this as a tie, because they're quite in at the moment, aren't they? Like women's ties are really quite in. I also used it as a hat band that I put around a summer hat, and as a belt, like on a bag. You can tie it. It's just something, again, to lift and elevate your outfit. Because you don't have to wear crochet, a whole crochet outfit. You can just have a small element of it, or you can add it if you're wearing your top or your skirt to kind of complete the look. So yeah,
I loved it on the hat to kind of just take a store-bought item and bring a little bit of crochet to it. That's quick, that's fast. And again, that's a really great gifting idea when it's not a size that you have to pick, but a little something to give to somebody, to remember you by. So I love that.
That's true. That would be a great gift, especially for like Mother's Day or a friend's birthday. And it probably doesn't take too long to whip up.
It doesn't take long at all, and it uses like less than a ball of yarn. So
love it. Yeah. And I know too, when people are going to look at the yarn, there's a lot of different colors that you can pick from. I know some of them are starting to say low stock, but guess what? A shipment is arriving next week. So everything is going to be back up to full stock next week. So if there's a color that's low or whatever, just give us till next week. And then we'll have things back in stock. So we've got that order coming and another order coming after that. So it's going to keep rotating in as you find more projects you want to make from this collection. You can do that as well. And I mean, last year you guys also did a comfy collection that people can go and check out as well. Or maybe it wasn't a collection, but it was a bunch of projects.
Yeah,
okay.
We did one last year. Yeah. But we just all have so many patterns even coming out in comfy.
Yeah.
Comfy is just the theme. It's the theme of the summer. We have lots of patterns.
Oh, I'm working on another one. Yeah. No, we all just released some this last week on top of this.
I know.
And then I think we all have more coming.
I have more coming. And then I started literally the other night, like the black. I've been I said to the girls, I'm like, okay, I've been working at this at night and black yarn at nighttime on my eyes. But at least I kind of have it memorized now. I don't even really need to look at what I'm doing, but I am going to do it in ivory as well. So it's going to be in two, but I just keep coming up with more because I love this fingering so much. I want to make everything in it.
Yeah. And it's like, again, don't be afraid of fingering weight yarn. It will work up quickly. You're crocheting. You're not knitting. Yeah. If you were knitting, I'd say this is going to take you a long time.
Like I did most of this. I did some of the band the prior night, but only a little part of it. I just did this, last night. So
I love it. So guys, there's 2 more projects that are going to be coming out that you're going to need to keep an eye out for. So again, sign up for their email, sign up for or follow them on Instagram, on Facebook, on everywhere else. They make it so easy to find everything you're going to need. There is a question here. This is a great question, not related to anything that we're talking about, except the fact that it's about you guys. There is a question over on Instagram from Cardi15. You guys are great. How did you all meet?
Oh.
I know. Now I'm going to be like, do you really even know?
Well, I don't think there was ever necessarily one defining moment because like years and years ago, Hannah and I were like in what was is not around anymore. But it was called Design Wars.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of like cross paths, or there would be like design groups, and we would be in them.
We had a design war, didn't we? It was like 2 designers pitted against each other for like design the best, whatever. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. And then we didn't. Yeah, we weren't in contact for a long time, were we?
Yeah, because that disappeared, and like in the designer industry, I think it's like everything else. Like if you're trying to make mom friends, it's awkward. You don't want to like cold message somebody and be like all creepy, like, hey, I think you're really cool. We should hang out. Like plus we're all over the world. But I think I did just message Michelle one day, or someone did, and then we end up in events that designers try to do together, like blog hops. So we'd end up being blog hops or bundle sales or things like that. So I don't know there was one defining moment per se that we could like pin down, but it was just interacting over time, and then it just kept rolling into more, and now we go to Disney together.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I did a design. The first time I met you, Michelle, was when I did a crochet foundry design. That's the first time I met you. Yeah.
Aw. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard because it's very true, especially like on this side of things where you're not the designer. You follow somebody so long, and sometimes when I meet people, I'm like, okay, so you don't know me, but I've been following you for years.
You.
So I feel like I know you.
Yeah, I feel like you're my best friend.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know who I am? So yeah. No, we are so happy that the 3 of you did meet, did get together, did start to collaborate, because this is like the best time of the year when you guys get together and do these collections. I know we've got this one here. I know you guys are planning stuff for later in this year as well. So this is the trio you definitely want to be following along for some really great garment patterns and other patterns too. Don't get me wrong. It's phenomenal patterns all around, but I have to say, these 3 are spot on when it comes to garments, and garments that fit amazingly for people. Like, they thought about different aspects of your garment to make it fit for multiple sizes of people, multiple body shapes. And even if the pattern doesn't exactly suit everything, they do give you that guide along the way of here's how you can alter this. Here's how you can make it fit you better. And I just think that's absolutely wonderful.
And I want to just tap into that a little bit about our community groups, because
Yes.
a lot of people will do their tweaks within the group and then share and then help others. So
Awesome.
I love that. I see that so much in my group, that someone has made it. They've made a few alterations to suit their body, and then they help other people with that as well. And
Yeah,
so that's kind of what's amazing about the community group. So if you're not in our groups, make sure to join them, because that's really where most of the action happens with the crochet alongs, and where everyone can share and get ideas. And then people can say, yeah, I added this X many more rows, or I took away this, or whatever. And they share all that within the group.
Yeah, I love it.
Mhm.
Yes, it's a wonderful community all around. Renee said she just told her husband, I'm hanging out with my crochet friends. So yes,
you are.
Yeah,
all hanging out. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today. I think we covered everything about the event going on. As a reminder, if you're here on Facebook and YouTube, there's a link in the chat. We'll also put it in the description when we're done here. If you're on Instagram, please head over. Right now is on Briana's Instagram account, whatever. I can't think of the word. But it will be showing up on Hannah and Michelle's today as well. You can go check out those reels. You'll be able to comment there, and you will get all of the links directly sent to you. So you don't have to go searching for them and everything else. You can sign up for the free version. You can sign up for the VIP version. You can grab your yarn with a great coupon code. It does launch today, but that doesn't mean you have to start today if you're trying to finish up another project. But you can still join in the fun starting today. Watch Bridgerton while you are working up your stitches, and I'll just having a little fun.
We have a Bridgerton bingo too. Did we say that? We have Bridgerton bingo.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Just to follow along and have fun. And it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Awesome. And yes, this will be up live again, or not live, but you'll be able to watch the replay. If you are coming in here towards the end, that's okay. You can check out the replay. So thank you to everybody for joining us live. Thank you to everybody for watching the replay. If you have questions, go ahead and you can still ask them. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. And everybody go get started on this season's crochet along. See ya.
Thanks, Caitlin. Bye.
Thank you.